This question is a practice SAT style question from the College Board. Let's take a look. The function f is defined by f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are constants. The graph of y is equal to f of x in the xy plane passes through the points 7, 0 and negative 3, 0. If a is an integer greater than 1, so have to pay attention to that. A is greater than 1, so it can never be 1. Which of the following could be the value of a plus b? So, a very typical hard SAT style question where you're given with an equation, a function, and you're given with other points or a point. In this case, we have 2 points, right? We have 7, 0, and negative 3, 0. So, what we wanted to do here is since these are the x-intercepts, 7, 0, negative 3, 0. So we could turn this into a factored form. So x-intercepts, when turned into factored form should switch its side. So if x is equal to 7 for its x-intercept, then as a factored form, it turns into x minus 7. If x is equal to negative 3 as a factored form, it will become x plus 3. Then we will FOIL this out. So x times x is x squared, negative 7 times x is negative 7x, 3 times x is positive 3x. So that gives us a negative 4x. Then you multiply negative 7 and 3, so that's negative 21. Since this is the equation with these points, right? And we are told that that is also f of x, right? So we could map the coefficients into the f of x, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. So what does that mean? This is going to be a must be the invisible one, so a is equal to 1. B is equal to negative 4. So what we're doing here is we're mapping out the coefficients into so this would be C is equal to negative 21. Now, there is a restriction that we cannot have 1 for A. So it has to be greater than 1. So what we could do here for an easier approach is let's multiply everything by 2. So that's going to be greater than 1. So if A is multiplied by 2, so that would be 2. So in an equation, every time you do it on 1, you do it for the rest. So this would be negative 8. C is equal to negative 42. And now we are ready to answer the question. A plus B would be 2 plus negative 8 would be negative 6. So the final answer would be letter A. I hope this helps. See you again next time. Bye.